this is Jennifer from Soul Source Tarot, and I am here to do the daily vibes for around the next day or two, something like that. What's the story today? Oh, I did open a few more slots. One of the days I opened up was Labor Day, so a lot of people have that day off if you're interested. And then it's for next week. If you're interested for a personal consultation. Or what do we have for a story today? Ooh, Justice. So first card out, Justice. So this is about a fair and just decision, everything turning out as it should. There's a realignment here. Decisions that are being made based on the facts, based on the evidence. This is, it's justice being served. Everybody gets what they deserve. So somebody's getting what they deserve based on the facts, based on the truth. This is making a factual decision, not letting emotions get in the way of the decision, put it that way. There's no toleration for lies in the eyes of karma, right? So there's definitely some sort of, could be consequences. Now consequences come in both, consequences or reward or redemption, put it that way. Usually with justice, there's a plaintiff and there's a defendant. Somebody wins and somebody loses, right? So this could be news of legalities. This could be a need to be honest, be upfront, tell the truth, seeing straight through a situation, seeing the facts, okay? So there's definitely I think in the next couple of days, there's something to do with making decisions based on the facts, based on the truth, leaving emotions out of it. Everything turning out as it should. Typically that's a fair and just decision. King of Cups. King of Cups is typically somebody that's very intuitive. Definitely bases decisions on feelings. This is somebody that listens to their heart, listens to their gut. Typically does have good intentions. The King of Cups is typically very kind and sincere, put it that way. This person is in a position of power that is making the decision. This is somebody that is intuitive, but also I want to say that this person is very fluid, very deep, very introspective, very feeling. Definitely very feeling. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't know. We may have some opposition here. King of Wands may not be opposition. There is a realignment here. Things coming together. This is weighing things out, right? Things evening out. That's interesting. I just heard the word judges. So I don't know if there's something about, judges or somebody's making a judgment call. Could be spontaneous. We also have somebody here that is very driven, very enthusiastic, very confident, bold, brave, sees something and is going to do something. So somebody's going to be acting, okay, acting on their feelings, acting on their intuition, acting on their desires, doing something brave, doing something bold. This is typically somebody that does have good intentions. I feel like there's somebody here that has very good intentions. This is somebody that's very wise as well. I mean, there's wisdom here. There is wisdom. Kings are wise. They've already played their games. They've done a lot of work. They have a lot of life experience. They've been through a lot of trials. They've made a lot of mistakes. Typically, these are older people that have gained experience through life. A decision is definitely being made. And it may have something to do with, I don't know, it may have something to do with a contract or a legal decision or a verdict of some sort. It feels like we have somebody here that is taking the lead. They're taking charge. They're taking notice as well. There's a lot of life experience here. Somebody's has a lot of life experience. They have a lot of wisdom, and it's like they can see the truth. They know the truth. They feel the truth. They're doing something. This is I feel like it's a masculine energy, but I also feel like there's a blending here, a combining. These cards are so stiff. Still, and I've had them for a long time. We have somebody here that is emotionally strong, put it that way, and determined. And we have doing the right thing. So this is about doing the right thing as well. There's accountability here, but there's also consequences. But there's also reward or acceptance. Queen of Swords reverse on this side. So there is a nasty woman over here. This is somebody that is bitter, cruel, cold, jealous, revengeful. It does not accept accountability, blames everybody else. Maybe has a hard time accepting the truth, hard time with discernment, you know, makes a poor judgment call. The Queen of Swords in reversed is somebody that is really hard to deal with because she is probably easily influenced, right? She's influenced by others' opinions, others' ideas. She may not think for herself. She may do things, you know, for her own gain. And she definitely blames, like she may blame her mother or somebody, or an ex or somebody else for everything that has happened to her without accepting accountability for her own actions. We have somebody here that is overly emotional, overly critical, and easily influenced. This is somebody that may be acting cruel. Maybe she has been cruel. Maybe she's been very bitchy, very cold-hearted, very malicious. Liar. Five of Wands reversed. Five of Wands reversed is some sort of end of a litigation. There's been litigation. There's been some sort of fighting, stiff competition, drama, tension, trying to prove oneself. A decision is being made. We have somebody here that's been playing a lot of games. There's been some sort of struggle with accepting accountability, struggle with the truth, struggling with telling the truth, communicating the truth, accepting the truth. There could be illusion here. Anyhow, Five of Wands reversed. This is the end of some sort of battle. A decision is being made. This battle is over. This game is over. This game is over. There could be some sort of cooperation here. There could be somebody that's just giving up on something. They don't want to play anymore. They're just not playing. They can't. If a decision is being made by people that are in a higher up position, that have a lot of experience, that can see things, that know things, you can't, you know, pull the wool over their eyes. I feel like there's some sort of controversy here. But I also feel like we have some sort of resolution. Three of Pentacles reversed. Three of Pentacles reversed is something not working out. There's lack of teamwork. There's been some sort of fighting or competition or drama. This isn't working out. There's somebody that's not on the same page. They're not working as a team. They're not listening. They're not cooperating. But there's a need to cooperate, right? There could be a full-scale battle. There could be fighting. This has something to do with a group of people that are not on the same page. This is somebody that is unwilling to look at anybody else's perspective. Very hard to work with, hard to deal with. And cruel and cold and self-centered and selfish. So there is somebody that is selfish. We have a decision that is being made. There's been some sort of intense drama, conflict, fighting, struggling, maybe litigation. But there's no compromise. That's interesting. Somebody's unwilling to compromise. Or there's some sort of communication issues. There's a need to refocus. There's a need to refocus. Stop playing games. Stop fighting. Stop engaging. A decision is being made in regards to some sort of group or community. Could have something to do with work. Too much drama. Too much tension. This isn't working out, right? And there's a lack of compromise. Two of Cups reversed. Two of Cups reversed is a partnership. It's not on the same page, right? There's a disagreement, right? There's some sort of disagreement here. There's two people that are not seeing eye to eye. There could be too many people involved. We have somebody that's listening to others or listening to poor counsel. Anyhow, fair and just decision about a contract or a partnership that is not unified. There's some sort of detaching or withdrawing because there's too many people. It feels like there's too many people involved. There could be gossip here or engaging with so many other people. It's causing problems. There could be a separation. There could be a disagreement. There could be an argument. There could be a fight. I feel like there's somebody here that is exhausted and fed up with the group, the people, the drama, the tension within the partnership. And there's an unwillingness to cooperate. And I think that unwillingness to cooperate is due to an unwillingness to be honest with oneself and lack of accountability, not wanting to accept accountability. We definitely have two people, whether it's at work or it's within a group or within a community or within a situation, that are not on the same page. And there's an emptiness here, and it feels like there's anger and fighting and controversy. Ooh, Page of Swords reverse. Page of Swords reverse is typically a message that you don't want to hear. It could be unwelcome news. Somebody hasn't done their research. They're unwilling to look at a situation. Definitely could be some sort of despair, put it that way, with the Page of Swords reverse. There's difficulty in communication here. There could be unexpected conflict. Somebody's not telling the truth, but the truth is clear. I feel like the truth is very, very clear. I feel like we may even have somebody here that, I don't know, is aggressive or hostile. They've definitely been playing. There's mind games here. Somebody's been playing mind games. There's lack of harmony with others due to, I don't know if there's mental health issues. May also be something to do with a child. There could be something to do with a child here, where somebody, children are a factor, fighting over the children, fighting over, there's definitely some sort of communication issues or messages. We may have a troublemaker here, somebody that's, instigating something because there's disharmony within their partnership, within their group, within their community. There's something about a community, and that's what it is. When people are dissatisfied and they're having a hard time with, accepting the truth or accepting accountability, they will often try to instigate drama and war other places, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is an overwhelming, heavy weight. Here we have somebody that's worked really hard. They've tried really hard to hold on to something, to carry a burden, to carry all the weight. Maybe they've been doing too much. They have too many responsibilities. There's definitely struggling to cooperate or struggling to communicate, struggling to compromise. Somebody's struggling to compromise. Anyhow, this is the end of the road, right? Somebody's carried a lot. They've carried a lot. There's some sort of delays here as well. Maybe there's a delayed break or a delayed separation. Somebody's been detaching. There's something about, communication, cutting communication or miscommunication or no communication. Here we have somebody here that's come a long way. They have come a very long way. They've carried a lot. They're overwhelmed. I feel like we have like a breaking point. This is somebody who doesn't want to give up. They're holding on to something because they feel obligated to do so. And this is too much. It definitely is. This is heavy weight. Somebody's carrying a lot of heavy weight. And they're struggling. They're struggling with the contract or the partnership, struggling with information or the truth or making a decision. Anyhow, the Magician reversed is a lack of awareness. It's impulsive actions. It's an abuse of power. We may have somebody here that, is definitely lying to themselves about something. There's a lack of awareness, lack of a seeing, lack of action, or taking inappropriate action. Somebody may not be acting with integrity, put it that way. This is an abuse of power, lying. I wonder if somebody's been or is lying about their ability, or lying about their partnership. They're holding on to it, maybe even to protect themselves. Somebody's having a hard time right now. They're lying about something, may have something to do with a child, may have something to do with some sort of drama. There may be no success due to a group of people or due to some sort of inability to do research. Somebody's not doing their research, or they've been listening to poor counsel. Somebody's holding on to something. I don't know if they're holding on to a story. They're holding on to something that they need to let go of. They need to take charge. Somebody needs to refocus. They need to take charge. They need to break free from this partnership that is so tense. It's so, I want to say, hostile. It's very hostile. I mean, the Magician is a trickster, right? The Magician is a trickster. The Magician is somebody that is very good at manipulating, a master manipulator. There's something about not qualified. It feels like we have the end of something where there's been no communication. Maybe somebody hasn't been doing their job as well. Somebody hasn't been doing good work. Maybe we have somebody here that's been struggling with too many responsibilities, too many demands, which has caused some sort of delay. Somebody's definitely been lying about something, lying about who they're collaborating with, lying about who they're working with or communicating with. A decision is being made. You may be unaware. This has something to do with responsibilities. It has something to do with demands. It has something to do with a partnership or a contract. There's the end of some sort of litigation here or questioning, okay? Good luck.